Hi everyone, welcome back to the 12 days of Christmas yoga. Today is day 6 and we have 6 geese a-laying. By True Love sent to me, 6 geese a-laying. Okay, so we're going to do Malasana garland pose. It's a squat. I need you to be careful of your hips, your knees, your ankles. I'm going to give you options as always, and we're going to start off standing up. So come to stand. Take a moment, feel the feet on the earth, crown of the head reaching up to the sky, mountain pose, tall and steady as a mountain. Take a few breaths here, just connecting, tuning in, arriving, centering. The first pose is a kind of preparatory pose. It's a goddess pose. So it's going to be slightly better for people if their knees are very sore or hips are sore. And our goddess pose, we take a wide stance. I'll move my tinsel, my foot under the tinsel. Take a wide stance, feet wide, turn your toes out, heels coming in, and then you bend your knees so that they're going over your toes, okay? So you're going to sink down. Now don't let your body come forward. We're not coming into a squat like that. We're keeping the body nice and tall and we're bending the knees. You can have your hands together at your heart. My feet don't feel as if they're wide enough. I'm going to make them a wee bit wider. You don't have to come down very far. You can squat in just a low squat, a high squat, or you can squat down further. I can't speak today. So squatting down a wee bit more is going to work into those thighs, inner thighs and quads. But you're really working those knees, you're working the hips, the whole of the legs. So find what's comfortable. Goddess pose, you could also bring your arms up, thumb and forefinger together and hold it here. So working here and breathing is really going to build strength through the legs. You can have your hands wherever you want. It's up to you. And then push into the ground and come up. Now bring the feet back together. I'm stuck to the tinsel. Come back into your mountain pose. So to move down into Malasana, again we have a wide foot and we come into a squat. Now you can see here my heels have raised off the ground. So this might not be for you if your knees are sore. So you could have a cushion or a blanket or rolled up towel or a rolled up yoga mat and put your heels on that and your toes on the ground. And then as you come down, it helps you to stay in position, okay? I find this really uncomfortable. What I do like to do though, is if you've got a stack of books or block, a yoga block, let me move this cushion out from underneath me. This is lovely. You can take your yoga block and sit it underneath your bottom. You hear my knee creaking there, see? I told you it's not great for the knees. So you can sit and then you can take your feet flat on the ground, bring your elbows to the inner knees, hands to the heart, and you're in Malasana garland pose. So for some people it might be better to have a higher stack, so maybe 2 blocks or 4 or 5 books you could have. You might have a small stool. In fact, let me just show you. I've got so many bits and pieces in this room. I could get this stool my grandfather made and I could come down. So that's a bit higher than the block and that's a bit more comfortable for me. You might not need the block, you might not need the stool, it's up to you. Another variation that you could do is more of a parrot pose, okay? So you don't need anything to lean on, but you could come into, I suppose in Scotland we call it on our hunkers. So you're coming down, that knee keeps clicking, my heels are off the ground. Again, I could put something under there if I wanted to support me and stop me from falling down, and then we can just come into this position. So that's also a good one to do. It's up to you if you want to try the garland or you want to just come into down on your hunkers. Always looking after your knees, looking after your hips, looking after your back. and take a few breaths in whatever position you have chosen. And thank you very much for joining me today, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.